Hi everyone, and welcome to this short video on how to register into a custom group. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of walk you through the process a little bit of getting signed into a relationship. So if you're viewing this video, it's likely that one of our member companies has come to you and said, we want you to join into our custom group, and provided you a link to a landing page similar to the one that you're seeing here. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through the steps to get you into the relationship and talk a little bit about what is required to do it. You note down here at the bottom there's two tabs, an existing TSANet member tab and the new member tab. If you're an existing TSANet member, even if you don't have a relationship with the host company, you don't want to go through this process. You've already signed up to be a member of TSANet, and we're going to onboard you manually. So if you're a new TSANet member, you just simply click on this button right here. We'll take you to the next step, where it's going to ask you to put in general information about your company. It also asks you down here about a support operations contact. Most all of these custom groups are support relationships, and therefore I would recommend that you have someone from support be involved in the process, or actually do it for you. And you'll see why as we get into the contact document, which is going to be in a couple more steps here. But you just put this information in. At the end of this process, the person putting this information in will be sent their credentials to get into the TSANet system. I'm going to step back on this one, Paul. And once I have the information in here, I can just click on Continue. And now it's going to take me to the legal agreements. These two documents here, the Code of Conduct and the License Agreement, are base level TSANet documents. The third document is the addendum for this specific relationship. So it's going to be customized to the particular relationship that you're coming into. All three documents need to be accepted before you move on. You can print these out. The code and the license agreement are documents that all TSANet members sign, so everybody's operating off the same platform. So once I've agreed to those, I can click on Continue, and it's going to take me into the next area, which is the contact document. And just a little word about the formatting on this. You'll note that this is split up into sections here. And if I look down towards the bottom, I actually get to preview the entire contact document. Now, just so we have an understanding here, this is the document that the host company is going to look at when they need to engage you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out this document a little bit. I can call this inbound process. This is really set up for companies that have multiple contact documents. And in this case, you're coming into a single group. You can just call that inbound process. There are support hours sections down here where I can put in GMT time or 24/7. There's contact preparations requirements. That's going to be this area here, and you see a series of checkboxes come up. What you're doing is populating this area right here, which says, before you call, this is the information I want you to capture before you engage me, typically about the customer. And you can see here, if I just go in here and say, this is required, this is required, this is required, it's automatically populating that section down here in the contact document. The next area is contact information. This is basically a free text area. You see I've got multiple methods that I can choose here. As a best practice, what you want to try to do is leave at least two methods. I'm not going to do that for the sake of just getting through this video, but if I were to say place a call, I want to be as descriptive as I can. I don't want to overwhelm the company with information, but at the same time, I'm obviously going to need to provide, the phone number that I would call, etc., that kind of thing. So I've just added some information in here. You obviously probably want to be a little bit more verbose than what I put in. But you can also note that I've got a secondary as well as an alternate method to contact. And again, as a best practice, maybe you want to put in a couple of different areas. The last area down here, and all of these areas have to be filled out. You have to have something in every one of them in order to continue, and that's the special escalation instructions. Now, you would use this if for whatever reason the above process or processes up here did not work. So what you do, and this again is just a free-form text area. My suggestion would be that you put something in there that goes to a person, or in the case of a 24/7 document, you want to have probably a 24/7 process, but have some people behind it that are going to know what TSANet is, because you don't want to put the host company into a situation where they're calling to get a hold of to place a call with you, and the escalation process goes to someone who doesn't even know what TSANet is. So you want to put something in here, and typically you will also want to refer back to some specific people. So once this is complete and I've got something in every one of these areas here, I can just click on Continue. And now it's going to take me to the payment section. Now, depending on the relationship, it could very well be that the host is going to pay for your membership dues, or they're asking you to pay for it. And this is a payment section where you can put in a credit card and automatically be put into the system, or you can come down here and you can click Pay by Mail, and we will send you an invoice. However, be aware that we cannot take you active into the relationship until the member dues have been received. And that's really all there is to it. Now, what's going to happen after you've finished the last section here is TSANet is going to receive an email, as well as the hosting member company will also receive an email that you have gone through the registration process. Once we get the green light from the hosting company, I'll go in and I'll click a button. What that will do is that will trigger an email back to the person that set this up, and you will receive your credentials into the TSANet system. You will also receive what we call a group URL. That URL is something that you can post internally, and you can have your engineering groups click on that link. They won't have to have individual logins. There's several other administration things behind TSANet, but I wanted to cover this just to get you into the system so you could see how this is set up for you to join into a custom group. Thanks a lot for watching.